From hospitality to manufacturing, coronavirus has paralysed British business as demand drops and workers stay at home.
We are starting a great national effort to protect jobs.
Unveiled by the Chancellor, the government's job retention scheme subsidises the wages of staff, allowing employers to keep them on their books when they're not in work. But to be eligible, they need to be on the company's payroll on February the 28th.
Since finding out that my contract's been terminated, it's been quite scary.
Dundee-based software engineer Kuljit Athwal started a new job 3 days after that deadline. That meant he wasn't covered, and so his new employer made him redundant.
I've actually been working continuously for over 25 years. It just so happened that this great opportunity came up for me when it did in January, and I changed jobs just at the wrong moment in time.
The government scheme pays 80% of an employee's wage, up to a maximum of £2,500 a month. But potentially thousands of workers who started jobs after February the 28th get nothing.
Sky News has spoken to dozens of people who say they feel abandoned by the government and let down by an apparent hole in the coronavirus support scheme. Treasury guidance does state that employers can rehire staff and still be eligible for the wage subsidy, but that doesn't apply if the worker has left voluntarily.
The Treasury uses the cut-off date so claims can be referenced to pay data. Labour says it's raised the issue with the Chancellor, and the GMB union has called for the government to look again. But it's also causing problems for small businesses. Heather Backstrom hasn't been able to get the subsidy for one new starter.
For as long as we can, we're going to pay them. But unfortunately, we don't know when we're going to actually be able to reopen at the moment. So it's quite scary for our business. It's just very confusing, these guidelines over the date of the 28th of February. I just don't understand where they've got that date from.
A Treasury spokesperson said the scheme has already protected thousands of jobs, and those who aren't eligible can apply for enhanced benefits and tax deferrals and get help with housing costs. But workers who are missing out say they've been left out in the cold when they most needed help. Rob Powell, Sky News in Westminster.